Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, Master. Welcome back to MotoGP 18, where Mario had his first finish of the season last time out. Can he bounce back around the Philippine circuit in Australia? As here goes Mario for the first of three possible qualifying efforts as he tries the best Baldassarri's 32.7 on a circuit where he normally does go well. He's got riders coming out of pit lane. Don't want that heading towards the first corner. And he needs to go around here. He's lost the championship lead again to Oliveira. Such a titanic battle in the second half of this season when, after the first third of the season, you could be forgiven thinking Mario had already had one hand on the title, but kudos to KTM. Everyone else for gaining on Mario, making this a real battle between a defending champ and a guy who's looking to grab his second world title after winning the Moto3 championship. And he's doing very well in this qualifying lap, apparently. As he's behind Locatelli in front. Let's head towards very tricky Lukey heights. He's just sliding the bike and then downhill into the hairpin. Mario Paint 1.4 up. To go through the penultimate corner and then into the final corner. It just flows together, those two corners. Oh, superb run. Had to go to the grass to avoid Locatelli. He still gets pole. Just showing off for the fans, Mario. How has he got pole? And he was in the dirt for so long. Just kept the throttle on and somehow made it through. As he's no doubt a couple of tenths down after that. Once again, Locatelli slow in the middle of a fast corner. Good job from the Italian. Mario's gone wide in the next corner. Mario finally ahead of Locatelli. He's still just a 10th down. I don't understand this. So this could actually be a pole lap still. But somehow he's quick on that attempt. Then on his previous lap. Don't understand that. No, now he's just 2 tenths up. As he's got some switchery now off. Is that Corsi in front or Fugarini? I think Mario's wise though. Be careful out the final corner. He is down the inside. Got a superb run. Binder's got pole, but not for long. Mario to 31.7. Now can he finally have a good lap? A clear lap? Because somehow he's got pole with 2... for the most part, good laps, but just with scruffy areas. He's went a bit wide there, but he's half a second up. Oh, there you go. He's going to stamp his authority now on this field. It's flat out through the left. Almost losing the rear braking for the hairpin. What a marvellous circuit this Philippine track is. And Mario ruling the rooster. 7 tenths up. He could be in the 30s. Just so at home around here. It's like when Casey Stoner used to ride around here. I think he won every time he raced around here at MotoGP level. Well, at least for like 5 years in a row. I'm not sure he won in his first season, but 2007 to when he retired, I think he won every year the Casey Stoner on home turf. That's Mario just 6 tenths up now. It's out the final corner on the power so early. As he runs towards the line, he's going to smash his current pole lap by almost a second. And he didn't even need to do that lap. That is the crazy thing as he grabs Bob over, second out of Olivia and Baldassarre. Binder down to the second row of Bagnaia and Verge. Look how close it is though. Between the rest of the top 5, just 0.05 of a second. Separate Olivia and Bagnaia with Verge in sixth ahead of Marquez, Mir and Ekan, all Spaniard. Third row, then the speed up quarter row back on form, round out the top 10 of Agata and Marini, then Sam Lowe's ahead of Venati and Passini, Locatelli ahead of Vinales and home hero Remy Gardner in 18th on his Tech 3, just ahead of Bo Ben Snyder, decent qualifying for the Dutchman, leading the 7th row, Joe Roberts and Nakashima, then Ollendale, Paoli and Manzi, Granado, Fellini and Corradin, and then we've got De Niro, Shirota down in 29th. What happened to the German? Then Corsi down in 30th as well. Then Barber, Navarro, Spaniards who fight for points regularly, down on the back row of the grid alongside Danny Kent's speed up. He was way off the pace, 7 seconds off the pace. Is he even allowed to race? We'll find out as Camayo grab a victory in the championship lead back from Oliveira. So here's Barrow revving up from pole. This is more like it as he waits for the lights to go out. And he did not get a good start. Drops behind. Was that Baldassarre who leads? Got Marcus alongside towards the first corner. Tries to take back that lead immediately though from Baldassarre. He runs a bit wide through the left. Actually, there's so many lines through that corner. Can't really say he's gone wide. As he's got Olivia behind in fourth. Around the outside through the left. Trying to make it 3 wide. As Marquez gets past Baldassarre for the lead. Mario slots into third. Just ahead of Oliveira, no! As he gets onto the grass again, what are you doing, Mario, this lap? It's Mir up to 7 ahead of Agata. Got Navarro in 31st. Then up Hector Barbara. Let's look at that battle for the lead in front. It's got Binder behind. But Oliveira down on the opening lap after... Looks like riding into Mario, who was having his own accident. Fortunately, just differences in speed there. That's the NTS boys battle over 21st. Lots of yellow fever to the right-hand side as Marcus leads ahead of Baldassarre, McDonald, Binder, Verge, Bagnaia in 6th. Before Mario, he's so dominant in qualifying. Would have thought he'd be leading at the end of the first lap in the race as Shirota on his march through the field up to 24th ahead of the Brazilian. Binder battling with Verge behind. Everyone's paying off around Mario, but he's in his own world. 8 tenths behind the leaders. Half a second ahead of Binder behind. As Verge really wants to take it to Binder. So a bit wide for Mario. Trying to get on the power early though. Work to his advantage. He has gained a couple of tenths. And Baldassarre and Marcus are there battling like a hell. Seems like this is one of the rare circuits where Mario just has no weakness. Like no weak sectors. Just good everywhere. He keeps the gap the same through that third sector. Through that penultimate corner. Running out wide. It flows into the last corner. So a lot of inside curve means he runs wide on the exit but holds on. As he sets a 31.8. Couple of tenths quicker than Marquez. He takes back the lead from Baldassarre. This is 8 long laps here around this fast set. It will fly by the laps, but it's long laps for the tyres. Once again, McDonald's so brave through that left-hand and coming to everyone else as Mir's up to 4th now at the Binder. Wanting to join in the fun. So it's too much battling for the lead. Now he wants to have a battle. McDonald's caught up to the war with Mark VDS and Pons in front. He tries to make the move around the outside. They're 3 wide. That's never going to work, Mario. Be a bit smarter than that. It's Olivier down in 27th. We thought McDonald would struggle to score points the last round. Well, Olivier's got a much bigger struggle. Has what you doing in the last corner, Mario? Once again, sloppy on the start, finish straight. Still 32 flat as Sherrotta's up to 16th, a lot ahead of the lows. As Mir's over a second back, so it really is this top 3 battling for the win. Set the ball battling with Fuganini for 29th. Finati battling with Marini for 13th. Livia up to 26th ahead of Manzi. We know the Italian won't go down without a fight. Pally battling with Vinales just outside the points as well. They're sniffing points. It's the Malaysian and the Spaniard. So once again, May having a little look into the hairpin. And Marker's very slow. Gets overtaken by Baldassari. McDonald follows through. So the lead 2 have definitely become a lead 3 now. Oh, McDonald through the fast. Right, that's brave. And now looking into the hairpin, maybe. Not quite. As Marcus wants to fight back. They're on the exit. He's alongside, is he? Not quite. As we go into the final corner, McDonald falls very wide by Marcus. And no corner speed for the Spaniard. So it gets a run down the start, finish straight as he goes into the second half of the race. Looks like someone has pulled the pin as Olivia back into the top 20 already ahead of Paoli. Marcus takes the lead in Baldassari, just wheel-to-wheel action. Between the Italian and the San Marino rider. And now McDonald's got the lead. So we fully expect him to just pull away now. Just sitting there in the first half of the race. Maybe nicking after the tyres a bit more. No, saying that now he's outbraked himself into the hairpin. Still holds on though. Maybe because he gets such a good launch. If you go wide as well. So you don't actually lose too much by doing that. He's half a second ahead of Baldassari. He's now got Marcus to contend with in that battle for second. There's Locatelli and Marini battling over 13th, the Italians. So McDonald sliding under, braking downhill. You don't want to be doing that. There's Marcus ahead of Baldassari then for second. Binder up to 5th ahead of Bagnaia. Smith still lonely in 4th. He's on to the start-finish line. Remy Gardner scoring points on home turf ahead of Marini at the moment. Not 31.7 for McDonald. He's very consistent in this race. The new fastest lap as well. 87 tenths ahead of Baldassari. So he's not pulling away at a rate of knots like you would expect from qualifying pace compared to everyone else, but he is pulling away 1.1 ahead of Marcus now. Breaking a bit more cautiously into the hairpin on this occasion. Seemed to work out. Olivier into the points. 14th. Now let's see what Olivier can do on the remaining 3 laps then. How many points he can get is 1.8 is the lead for Mario. No, Olivier having trouble with Locatelli. It's not the only one. Oh, it was a bit wide into the hairpin, but 2 seconds ahead of Marquez. As he's battling like hell with Baldassarri. Doesn't help that those two behind are battling crazily for second. If they just work together a bit more, never know, could still be close to Mario. They've gone to the penultimate lap. A 31 for that, bloody hell. That is very close. 4th though, Verge, Bagnaia, Binder, Mir, all on top of each other. Because you get that round here, you get a strong slipstream effect, so you get group of riders all together, especially see that in Moto 3, of course. You also see that in every class, really. You see it even in MotoGP. Like that cassette battle for the win years ago now. So it was 2015. One of the best races ever in MotoGP history. So we had the same with Aston this year as well. That was absolutely superb. It's Mario now 3 seconds up. Too easy. So easy, he's making mistakes now. And scaring himself. So now he's just 2.8 seconds ahead. And Baldassarri taking back second from Marquez, not quite. But it seems like Baldassarri's diving into corners, but Marquez getting him on the exit. He's got Quartaro into the top 10. Locatelli into the points. Draws to 25th ahead of Bo Ben Snyder. That's on to the final lap now. 2.5 second lead for Mario. And that titanic battle for 4th to 7th. We've got Ika in 8th, Shirota in 9th. So they're in the top 10 then. No, it is Quartaro ahead of Passini. But we know Olivier is in that kind of area. It's easy flat through the left. As now Bagnaia up to 4th head of Vergate. As tyres not too good on this final lap for Mario. As he's making mistakes everywhere now. But he is cruising. He's 2.3 ahead of Baldassarri. Spence Snyder and Robert still battling like a hell over 25th. So once again getting too tight the curb too early for that long left-hander. That's 2.1 ahead now ahead of Baldassarri. I think Madonna has just been cruising his last couple of laps though. As he made the break. Had a major break when Oliveira made a mistake as well. He's battling for 12th with Agata. But today, this whole weekend has been a McDonald weekend. Back to the top, another victory this season. At a crucial time. What a bounce back as well from Japan. Definitely needed. As McDonald wins by 2 seconds ahead of Baldassarri, beats Marquez by 0.03 of a second. So Baldassarri still very close in the championship. Can't forget about the Italian, with Bagnaia winning that battle for 4th in the end ahead of Verge, Binder and Mir. Ika a bit lonely in 8th ahead of Shirota, and Oliveira does get the top 10. Almost got 9th by 0.009 of a second. Then we've got Passini in 11th, Quartararo, Agata, Gardner getting home points. Locatelli rounding out the point scores by 1/10 ahead of Sam Lowe's. As Marini down in 19th in the end. Batting on the edge of the top 10. Isaac Vinales in 20th. At the back, Danny Kent, a weekend to forget for the Brit. So in the championship, Madonna leads by 15 points ahead of Baldassarri. He climbs up to second ahead of Oliveira by 3 points. And a gap of 18 points to the Portuguese rider after leading by a point heading into this week. And what a swing around with Marquez in for 7 points ahead of Bagnaia now. Binder guaranteed 6th, it looks like. Then Verge, Shirota, Bassini and Mir round out your top 10. As we can through the field, Remy Gardner up to 18th ahead of Corsi. And right about it's still the Italian. So a perfect weekend for Mario. Judged that race to perfection. And of course with Olivier's misfortunes, now has a decent lead in the championship. As in MotoGP, was Marcus ahead of Duffy and Rossi, as many congrats to the riders who thrilled us, in particular to the winner Marquez. While in Moto3 it's Martin, Bezzecchi and Bassini. So into the penultimate round of the season, we've got some development to do. As brakes fully developed, I think we're focusing on suspension, it looks like. So again, do you want to improve the ability to absorb the surface roughness, which is basically just go over the curves a bit more, or do we want to improve the elasticity, improve the bike stability a bit? Should we just go for hydraulics? Have that quite well developed, head into a track with some chunky curves as well, and that is the Sepang circuit in Malaysia, the penultimate round of the season. I think if Mario wins there, he's virtually got one hand on the title. Can he do it? Can he grab his 8th win of the season? Thanks for watching. We'll find out next time.